So Gotti has said, after hearing that you wanted to leave his label, that you just weren't a good artist.
Right.
That you just didn't make good music. What's your response to what Irv Gotti said?
I just think he's kind of out of touch, you know? And it's easy for Irv to run behind lawyers and legalities and contracts to hide his flaws. But I really think that, you know, to be someone who doesn't even make the music, you know, it's kind of hard to criticize the ones that do. You know, my blessing is that God has given me a gift, not Irv. And with that said, I can go and record new music tonight. And it may change your perspective on what he said about me. But I feel like there's nothing that he can really do to change what I'm saying about him. Ever since I arrived, I have been totally dedicated to making good music, something worth hearing, something worth playing. And I never got that same response from him. You know, it never was that kind of dedication, I felt.
Did you contact him after you heard about that?
No, I haven't spoken with Irv in over a year.
Even while you were signed to the label, you weren't?
Yeah, even while I was signed. On my last record, Lessons in Love, there was a song that Irv produced called Day in the Life. I felt that it didn't fit the album. It didn't fit the mold. It didn't fit the direction. And I just really didn't like it. So, you know, instead of just trying to diss him or hurt his feelings, I decided to use it as a bonus on my album. He took that as a diss. You know, he was really sensitive about it. And, you know, at that point, I felt like that kind of behavior wasn't necessary because we're all ultimately working towards the same goal.
So do you think that was sort of the catalyst for some of the problems that you encountered later on?
I think the ultimate catalyst was the shift in momentum. For example, I released a song called You. It became successful. Shortly thereafter, I released another song called Kid and Shawty. You have to imagine the expectation that I was dealing with and the pressure, ultimately, from my label. I remember really having to fight to get that song out. I really, really had to just champion it and put all my cards on the table. It ended up becoming even more successful than You. So here you have a successful song followed by an even more successful song. So what happens to the third successful song? I felt we should keep going. Instead, my momentum was given to Ja Rule to release a new project. And I really felt like that wasn't fair to me.
So do you regret having worked with Irv all these years?
I have no regrets. And even if I did, it's about learning to live with them, you know? So no regrets. I look at it as a learning experience, a one-of-a-kind learning experience. I've had the chance to travel all around the world and do music, and I've had the chance to work on my songwriting and really, really perfect what I'm trying to do. So I'm taking what I've learned with me, you know, in hopes that I will need these things in the future.
And what is the future for Lloyd?
The future is beyond music, you know. It's anything that encompasses the arts, which is what I love to do. I'm gearing up for a play. I'm also looking forward to releasing new music. Pusha is a single featuring Joel Santana that I'm working in the streets right now. And
you're working it yourself in the streets?
Yeah, why not? I mean,
okay.
This is what I love to do. So ultimately, no one's going to go as hard as I will for me. You know, just in the past week alone since announcing my release, I've gotten calls from all over the country, from all kinds of producers who I admire, who are really ready to work and shake up music a little bit. So I created my own company, and I've been releasing my music through my company since Street Love. So I plan on taking that same company and going out and really doing something, getting distribution, and making something happen.
So do you want to get back into a major label situation or that kind of
I want
relationship?
to do what makes the most sense for me. You know, I want to be somewhere that will take me or help me get to where I'm trying to be. And, you know, it's not really even about money or, you know, going out there and starting a bidding war amongst labels, you know, to see who's the most interested. It's about who is dedicated to making us superstars.
What mistakes made by Gotti and the Ink have helped you in terms of developing your own label, in terms of you developing your own brand? What have you learned from their mistakes?
Well, I've learned how not to treat an artist. Mm-hmm. I've learned that there's no such thing as what has been done anymore. It's about what you're doing, and it's about what you're planning on doing. You know, being there, I felt like people were content with the success that they had in the past. So I won't really dwell on the past. I always work towards the future.
Any message to your fans?
The message to my fans is that I love them very much, and that I will be back with something greater than ever before.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.